Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Stop empowering bad women. Now, this is some I think because like some of my earlier videos, I probably went in on women a little bit more, way more than I do now. And even then, yeah, way more than I do now. But that was back when I had like 1,000 subs and stuff. I got 33,000 now. Thank you for all y'all support. But so there's a lot of people who haven't heard some of this stuff. But and see, here's the issue I'm having. And it's not even with the women. It's not to go in on the women. In fact, that's part of the problem, the constant going in on the women. Cause that ain't, to me, that's counterproductive. A woman gonna do what she gonna do. My question has always been, and y'all can go through my early archives, y'all will see it's the same thing. Too many dudes are spending time and energy worried about what the bad women are doing. I'm like, why? Seriously, why? Don't y'all know y'all empowering them? Don't you know the nature of women wanting attention is to the point, even if that attention is negative, and for negative reasons, it's still attention. Like a woman can have an orgasm off attention. So if she can wear some wild color or act a fool, if she can behave like she has the negative disposition and still get attention behind it, that's actually serving a purpose. Why do you think some of these women go to these pages or these channels, or they follow people on other social media who be going in on women? And they be like, that's so bad. Or even go on their platforms, knowing the dudes be talking about them, knowing the dudes be going in on them, but still be trying to say whatever. And sometimes they go in with that, well, all women ain't like that. That's an attention thing. Or they go in and say, damn right, we like that. That's an attention thing. And men actually empower women with their attention. Now, you have you have dating coaches on here say, don't validate the woman and don't give them free attention, however they want to term it. Now, I understand that with the bad women. I have a difference of opinion as far as validating good women doing the right thing. I think they should be. I think the ones doing the good stuff, the women carrying themselves like ladies, the ones who act like they got class, they can fix themselves up. And I ain't talking about just, having a fine body or anything. But classy women, sensible women should be validated. But that's another podcast. This one is about stop empowering the bad ones. Because that's all you're doing. And then you're not only empowering them, because they're going to keep doing what they do. Unless you just start ignoring them. But you're not only empowering them, but in your mind, in your spirit, you focusing too much on them. Because if you're gonna spend your day saying, man, look at all these women with kids. They got several fathers. Or look at these women wearing these weaves. Or whatever, too much tattoos, whatever. All right. Okay, they exist. Hey, you can't help but run into them. But here's a little trick. Here's a little mental trick. You start focusing, you stop empowering them. And what I mean by empowering is even bigger than attention. Women, I'm going to tell you what. I did a seminar one time. And I actually got in trouble with this seminar. I think I probably mentioned this one before. I got threatened after the seminar. And all I said was some brothers like natural hair. That's all I said. They got mad at me for saying it. It wasn't even my personal opinion at the time. My personal opinion at the time is like, yeah, as long as the ass is shapely, hey, she could be bald for all I care. And I'm still kind of like that. I'm like, I actually like short natural hair. I actually like it. Sexy as hell to me if they carry it right. But it's they getting mad at me and stuff, and I was talking about it, but one of the women on the panel said something. She said, yeah, we wearing these wigs because that's who we see y'all paying attention to. And, they weren't hearing, when women hear, they hear what they want to hear. They ain't hear me say, no, they probably paying attention to those women's asses and probably tolerated the weaves. I know I did when I was young. I would tolerate it. It's like, I'll tolerate the weave. Ain't gonna play in it though, but I'll tolerate it. So, you know, it's but the women, they ain't thinking like that. They ain't thinking the dude looking at the butter or whatever. They thinking you looking at they looking at the dudes that they want to get with, and they say, well, who they getting with? Oh, they got a weave down to the ass. Oh, they got an ass, so you know, they gonna pump some stuff into their ass. Or they wearing clothes like this. That's what the women going to see. But then you get some men come back and complain about it, say, man, why don't they dress more modestly? Why don't they stop yelling out in public? Why don't they stop carrying themselves like men? Because all those women who doing that getting some play. And that's empowering them. Think about it. You giving you, and I don't mean a specific one of you, but I mean like collectively. All of us. Really. We giving play to that. I mean, how many dudes trying to holler at maybe the plainer looking woman who might be more sensible? She ain't got the heels on. And I'm saying that myself. Y'all know I like a butt, don't? Well, if a woman got a cool vibe, I've actually trained myself to like at least talk to her, see what's going on with her. You know? Or even with the hair thing. I don't really talk to a lot of women out in public, but if they got natural hair, I'll at least say hi to them. Because my thing is, if I say hi to them, enough dudes say hi to them, you'll see it more. Because that's the woman's argument. But then you got the trifling women out here. The women with the 1,001 red flags, the ones who probably will hurt you. Shoot, they getting all the play. I know it's because they fine or something, or you think the sex is going to be easy, or they projecting that sex appeal a little bit too hard. And if you want to deal with it, hey, that's on you, dog. But think about what you're doing long term. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'll put it out there. And this is in any community. This ain't just black community. Because I get a lot of white guys hitting me up. And some Hispanic guys hitting me up too now I think about it. I don't know if only a few Asian guys hit me up. But if women behave in a certain way, I don't care what it is, what the context is, and it's you detest the behavior, starting with you, don't show them any love. Don't give them any play. They can't do something. If women looking for a return when they see one thing, let me hit y'all with some game. When women walk out the house in the morning, the overwhelming majority of them want some attention. Even if they don't intend to give you their number or want to hook up with you, they want somebody to look at them and say you look nice, or to give, and sometimes even that's some negative attention. You know, if guys said, look, we just going to speak to the sensible looking ones who are walking with some class, carrying themselves, don't have a bunch of tattoos if you don't like tattoos, or whatever you don't like, you know. In fact, I would say it like this. If collectively men say, look, this is what we want the women to wear. We want them to wear long skirts and blouses, frilly blouses or something. Man, I would open up a store that night. Shoot, all of them be the next day got these long ass skirts on. Trust me. Women do the stuff they do because men allow it. And men respond to it. You stop responding to it, boom. You know? And there's a story I always tell. I'm going to end with this story. I've told this several times. It's one of those stories I'm going to carry with me into the next life. I'm going to just remember it, not remember with the context of it. But when I used to be going on this job, I had to take the bus. And you say these loud women, they were racially mixed. They would be loud, but I would just be quiet. It got to the point when they saw me coming or they were around me, they got real quiet because I stayed quiet. Because I didn't acknowledge them when they were like acting crazy. I did not acknowledge them. When they started getting quiet, that's when I acknowledged them. So for the guys out there, if you tired of the bad women, you don't have to be talking about them all day or say a word to them or try to get them to change. Stop acknowledging them. Stop empowering the bad ones. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Peace and blessings.